Hi, my name is Favor Mribavere, and I'm a Resources Associate at Moneda.
My name is Nkechi Amangbo, and I'm the head treasury at Moneda.
My name is Chiamaka Ochuba, and I'm a legal associate in Moneda.
My name is Domutari Jessica. I am a research analyst at Moneda.
My name is Mary Olohitare Bello, and I'm a research and data analyst for Moneda.
My name is Olajumoke Adekomi. I'm the Chief Risk Officer at Moneda.
My name is Esther Kocha. I'm a legal associate at Moneda.
My late mom. My mom passed just before I turned 12, and in her days, she was very hardworking. She was not the typical mother of those days who were teachers or housewives. So thinking back, I'm always inspired to go harder, work harder, and just hope that she's proud of me wherever she is.
My mom, she's a strong woman, well respected, highly disciplined, smart, and diligent. She's been able to balance her career life and her personal life for decades. And these rare qualities of hers spur me to become a better woman every day.
My mom inspires me because she's a go-getter. And whenever I think about her, whenever I'm about to say I'm not doing it, I think about her and I'm like, I'm doing it. So, my mom.
Well, there are quite a number of women that inspire me, but today I choose Lisa Appiah. She is the lead career strategist at We Apply Career Services, and she helps talented introverts to increase their visibility and marketability. This inspires me because she is helping people get out from a position of timidity, a position where they are unable to advocate for themselves to move up the ladder in any workplace they find themselves. And she did this by taking steps that's gotten her to where she is today. And I think it's just amazing.
Aside from my mom, Lisa words through the gift of her words. She tells stories to inspire and encourage women to be the best versions of themselves.
I would say my grandma. She still is an educational advocate. She was the first headmistress, the first indigenous headmistress in her village. She was very determined to go to school and finish school. She was even the first female graduate of her school in the village, and she still advocates for education even now, and she's so compassionate about the well-being of people. She's always willing to look after people. She's always willing to make sure that people, are well educated. People become what they are supposed to be, instead of just, going with the, traditional means of living. And yes, so I'm inspired by her because I have a heart for the girl child's education and compassion as well.
Olajumoke Adekomi inspires me. Coincidentally, we share the same name. And the reason why she inspires me is because I think she's multidimensional. She's an award-winning architect. She's an author. She's a public speaker. And then she runs a faith-based non-governmental organization where she encourages women to be their best. She has impact in the lives of a lot of young women. She's a family person. She takes her family very seriously, and then she looks amazing while at it.
Femininity. Every single thing that makes me a woman.
The most exciting thing for me about being a woman is the fact that people are easily endeared to me.
Yes. The ability to multitask. Men don't have it. They can't do it.
There are a lot of exciting things, but I would say waking up in the morning and dressing up to go out. It's just so wide for ladies, and I just love that I can pick up something and be a unique self, or be my unique self.
Well, for me, I think it's just the power of simply existing as a woman, because you can do everything and anything you set your mind to do. And Emmy Melly, in her recent song, I Am Woman, captures this perfectly.
Okay, for me, it's basically the color and flavor that women bring to the world. So as a woman, I can be compassionate, I can be, a thinker, I can be a multitasker, just these many things that women can be. And I don't imagine a world without women because it's never just been right.
The fact that I can multitask, I can be everything that I want to be when I need to be. I can be vulnerable, I can be a professional, I can be strong, I can be a nurturer, I can be everything that I want to be at every point that I need to.
The one thing that stands out for me is pregnancy. Women are always treated differently because, of the natural, tendency to get pregnant and all of that. I think that steps should be taken to normalize the fact that women will get pregnant, and they should stop looking like the weaker vessels or the weaker gender because they'll get pregnant, have children, and they'll have to care for those children. Jobs should not be stereotyped or tagged as, things that can be done or should be done by men.
In many workplaces, women are regarded to hold behind the scenes job roles, and they're not even given the opportunity to lead teams and groups. Then secondly, when they assume those managerial roles, there are pay gaps. So they're not paid the same as their male counterparts in the same job role with the same qualifications. So one way to cure that bias is for companies to enforce career advancements and remuneration structures that would apply to both genders alike.
So one that stands out for me is when men speak sternly at work, they're seen as leaders. But when women speak sternly, they are seen as bossy or unworkable, stuff like that. So I feel like people should be more enlightened and should sort of program their minds like we are all human beings, and me speaking like that is because I want things done and not because I'm trying to be bossy as a woman.
Positional bias. I mean, why should a woman be more suited for a particular position than a man is? So you think receptionist and you think woman. You think IT specialist and you think man. I think this can only be fixed by a shift in one's mindset, so you don't end up missing out on a great talent.
Some career gatekeepers judge leadership based on gender, based on behaviors ascribed to gender. And I've heard some people say that they rather prefer to have male bosses than female bosses because of these behaviors. I think that is wrong because it does not depict what good leadership is about. At the end of the day, people need to be educated on being aware of what it means to actually be a good leader in order to break the bias.
So two things. The first one is the leadership bias. So there's this stereotype that women cannot really take on leadership positions, even though they are qualified to take it. And another one is that a woman was not qualified to be in her current position, even though she got there by merit. There's a stereotype that she got there just because there was sort of this gender balance that they were trying to accomplish in the company. And I think these things can be remedied by, creating awareness, organizing conferences, just anything to create awareness of, gender biases and, the need for a gender balance based on people's competencies, not based on, just gender diversity.
One of the biases that I think women face in the workplace is the fact that there's a limit to where you can get to as a woman just because of your gender. And what I think can be done about that is the fact that first, as women, we have to believe in ourselves, and we have to believe that there's really no limits to where you can get to. You can actually be everything that you want to be if you set your mind to it. And I think that organizations should be structured in a way that fosters growth, irrespective of what your gender is. If you are productive, if you deserve any position or anything, it should be given to you irrespective of your gender.